We often hear about the importance of intelligence. But what about our emotions? What about our ability to understand and manage them? This is where emotional intelligence comes in. Emotional intelligence, or EI, is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions. It also involves understanding the emotions of others. EI is about being smart with our feelings. With high EI, we can make better decisions. We can build stronger relationships. Emotional intelligence is a powerful tool that can help us navigate the ups and downs of life. It's about creating connections and living a more fulfilling life. It's time to recognize the power within and unlock our full potential. For years, intelligence was measured by IQ tests. These tests focused on cognitive abilities, such as memory and problem solving. But traditional intelligence tests failed to capture a crucial aspect of human intelligence: our emotions. Emotional intelligence recognizes that our feelings play a vital role in our thoughts, actions, and overall well-being. It's about finding a balance. It's about understanding that our emotions provide valuable information. We can then use this information to make better choices. In the workplace, emotional intelligence is becoming increasingly important. Companies are realizing that employees with high EI are more effective communicators and better team players. Studies show that high EI is linked to greater job satisfaction, stronger leadership skills, and increased productivity. Emotional intelligence is not a fixed trait. It is a set of skills that we can develop and strengthen over time. Just like we can train our bodies to be stronger, we can train our minds to be more emotionally intelligent. This journey begins with understanding the core components of EI. Self-awareness forms the foundation of emotional intelligence. It's about being in tune with our own emotions. We need to recognize how they influence our thoughts and actions. Empathy allows us to connect with others on a deeper level. Social skills are the tools we use to navigate social situations effectively. By developing these core components, we can unlock a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of emotional intelligence. It's about understanding our inner landscape, our emotions, strengths, weaknesses, values, and motivations. It's about being aware of how our feelings influence our thoughts and behaviors. Many of us go through life on autopilot, unaware of the emotions bubbling beneath the surface. Self-awareness asks us to hit the pause button, to tune into our emotions, and to ask ourselves, what am I feeling and why? By understanding our emotions, we gain valuable insights into our actions and reactions. Naming your emotions, the first step to understanding. One of the most effective ways to cultivate self-awareness is to develop an emotional vocabulary. Often we use general terms like good or bad to describe how we feel. But emotions are much more nuanced than that. By expanding our emotional vocabulary, we can better understand and articulate our inner experiences. When we can name our emotions, we take away their power to control us. This ability to name our emotions is a critical step in developing emotional intelligence. Embracing our strengths and weaknesses. Self-awareness also involves recognizing our strengths and weaknesses. We all have unique talents and abilities, as well as areas where we struggle. When we acknowledge our strengths, we can focus on developing them further. Recognizing our weaknesses allows us to seek support and develop strategies for growth. Instead of viewing our weaknesses as failures, we can see them as opportunities for learning and development. The power of the pause. Cultivating self-reflection. Developing self-awareness is an ongoing process. It requires us to create space for reflection, to pause and check in with ourselves regularly. This can be as simple as taking a few minutes each day to journal, meditate, or engage in mindful breathing exercises. Self-reflection allows us to learn from our mistakes and make conscious choices that align with our values and goals. By taking the time to look inward, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. Self-awareness lays the groundwork for emotional intelligence, but it's only the first step. Once we understand our emotions, we need to learn how to manage them effectively. This is where self-regulation comes in. Self-regulation is the ability to control our impulses, manage our reactions, and maintain a sense of balance even in challenging situations. It's about acknowledging our feelings, understanding their source, and then choosing how we want to respond. It's about finding healthy and constructive ways to express our emotions without letting them control us. One of the key principles of self-regulation is learning to pause between a feeling and a reaction. When we experience a strong emotion, our natural tendency is to react immediately, often in ways that are not helpful. By creating a space between the feeling and the reaction, we give ourselves time to process our emotions and choose a more thoughtful response. This pause, even if it's just a few seconds, can make all the difference. It allows us to shift from a place of reactivity to a place of conscious choice. You might decide to let it go, realizing that the other driver's actions are not a reflection of you. Our brains are wired to respond to threats with a fight-or-flight response. When we perceive danger, our amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for processing emotions, takes over, flooding our bodies with hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. This is known as an amygdala hijack. While this response is helpful in situations of real danger, it can be triggered in everyday life by stressors like work deadlines, traffic jams, or even disagreements with loved ones. Learning to manage our amygdala hijack is essential for self-regulation. Techniques like deep breathing, mindfulness meditation, and reframing negative thoughts can help us calm our nervous system and regain control of our emotions. Cultivating a positive mindset. Shifting our perspective. Our thoughts play a powerful role in shaping our emotions and behaviors. If we tend to focus on negative thoughts, we're more likely to experience negative emotions like stress, anxiety, and frustration. On the other hand, if we cultivate a positive mindset, we can shift our emotional state and create a more positive experience. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. By consciously choosing to focus on the positive, we can train our brains to be more optimistic and resilient. Empathy, the heart of connection. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's about stepping outside of our own experiences and putting ourselves in someone else's shoes. Empathy allows us to connect with others on a deeper level, building trust, compassion, and understanding. It's the foundation of strong relationships, both personal and professional. Empathy doesn't mean we have to agree with someone else's perspective. It simply means we make an effort to see the world through their eyes, to understand their feelings, and to respond with compassion. When we cultivate empathy, we build bridges of understanding and create a more compassionate and connected world. Stepping outside ourselves. Understanding other perspectives. One of the biggest barriers to empathy is our own limited perspective. We tend to see the world through the lens of our own experiences, beliefs, and values. To cultivate empathy, we need to be willing to step outside of our own heads and consider other points of view. This means asking questions, listening attentively, and trying to see the situation from the other person's perspective. It means acknowledging that our way of seeing things is not the only way, and that other perspectives can be just as valid as our own. This understanding can help you respond with empathy and find a way to repair the relationship. Listening with intention, the key to deep understanding. Empathy requires more than just hearing the words someone is saying. It requires active listening, which means paying attention not only to the words, but also to the tone of voice, body language, and underlying emotions. It means being fully present in the moment and giving the other person our undivided attention. When we listen with intention, we create a space for the other person to feel heard and understood. This type of deep listening is essential for building trust and fostering meaningful connections. When we offer that same level of listening to others, we create a powerful connection and open the door for empathy and understanding. Cultivating compassion. Responding with kindness. Empathy is not just about understanding, it's also about action. Once we understand how someone is feeling, it's important to respond with compassion and kindness. This might involve offering words of support, lending a helping hand, or simply being there for someone in their time of need. When we respond to others with compassion, we create a ripple effect of kindness that can spread outwards, touching countless lives. Compassion is a powerful force for good, creating a more loving and just world for all. Social skills, navigating the landscape of relationships. Emotional intelligence extends beyond our ability to understand and manage our own emotions. It also encompasses our capacity to navigate the complex world of social interactions with grace and effectiveness. Social skills are the tools we use to build and maintain healthy relationships, communicate effectively, and work collaboratively with others. Social skills are not about putting on a facade or pretending to be someone we're not. They're about building bridges of understanding and connection, one interaction at a time. The art of communication, speaking and listening with intention. Effective communication involves both speaking and listening with intention. It's about creating a shared understanding and fostering connection. Choose words carefully, considering their impact. Strive for clarity and conciseness. Align tone and body language with the message. Listening with intention means giving undivided attention. Listen to both words and emotions, seeking understanding. Section 3. Navigating conflict, finding common ground. Conflict is an inevitable part of life. Whether it's a disagreement with a loved one, a clash of opinions at work, or a difference in values with a stranger, conflicts are bound to arise. However, conflict doesn't have to be destructive. With strong social skills, we can navigate conflict constructively, finding common ground and preserving relationships. Section 4. Teamwork, the power of collaboration. In today's interconnected world, teamwork is essential for success. Whether at work, raising a family, or volunteering, our ability to collaborate is paramount. Strong social skills build trust and effective communication, enabling us to work towards shared goals. Effective teamwork requires sharing ideas and perspectives, respecting diverse viewpoints, and valuing contributions. When we feel heard and respected, we contribute our best work. Collaboration involves compromise and finding solutions. Embracing collaboration, we achieve extraordinary things together. Section 1. Emotional intelligence, a lifelong pursuit. Developing emotional intelligence is an ongoing journey of self-awareness, empathy, and social skills. It's a path we continuously pave, brick by brick, experience by experience. We might stumble, reacting impulsively or misinterpreting emotions, but that's okay. These stumbles are opportunities for growth. Like an athlete trains, we can train our minds to be more emotionally intelligent. It requires effort, self-reflection, and authenticity in our interactions. It takes time, patience, and self-compassion. Emotional intelligence transforms our lives, making relationships fulfilling and communication effective. Section 2. The ripple effect of emotional intelligence. The impact of emotional intelligence extends far beyond our individual experiences. When we cultivate our own emotional intelligence, we create a ripple effect that touches the lives of those around us. Our increased self-awareness allows us to show up more authentically in our relationships, creating a space for deeper connection and understanding. Our ability to regulate our emotions creates a sense of stability and security for those around us, particularly children, who learn by observing our behavior. When we respond to conflict with empathy and understanding, we model healthy communication and conflict resolution skills for those around us. And when we approach our interactions with kindness, compassion, and a genuine desire to understand, we create a more harmonious and supportive environment for everyone. The ripple effect of emotional intelligence has the power to transform not just our own lives, but also the lives of those around us, creating a more compassionate and connected world. Section 3. Embrace the journey towards a more fulfilling life. The journey of emotional intelligence is not always easy, but it is a journey worth taking. It's a journey that leads us to a deeper understanding of ourselves, our connection to others, and our place in the world. It's a journey that empowers us to live more authentically, connect more deeply, and navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and grace. As we embrace the principles of emotional intelligence, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. We create opportunities for greater fulfillment in our relationships, increased success in our careers, and a deeper sense of purpose and meaning in our lives. The journey of emotional intelligence is a lifelong adventure, a continuous process of learning, growing, and evolving. So, let us embrace the journey with open hearts and minds, knowing that each step we take towards greater emotional intelligence is a step towards a more fulfilling and meaningful life.